It was a diversity of events organized by two schools in the faculty, the School of Arts and the School of Literature and Language Studies. So those two schools form the basis of organizing a diversity of well-crafted events that led into each other. Created a committee that in a very dynamic, in a discussive way, created a series of events that allowed anybody who was interested in art, in literature, in music, in student art, artistic work, in films, and also in exploring certain disciplines like psychology, speech therapy and audiology, social work through the movies, to have a panoramic view in a public cultural space of the kind of talent that actually resides in it, belongs to the community, and is exposed to the community.
The law of averages, if I've got this right, means that if 6 monkeys were thrown up into the air for long enough, they would land on their tails about as often as they land on their heads. Which even at first glance does not strike one as a particularly rewarding speculation in either sense, even without the monkeys. I mean, you wouldn't bet on it.
I think it was fantastic. I think the public reacted in a fantastic way. They came to all the events, they enjoyed it. You also saw a diversity of audiences coming.
There are a number of things that are important about WITS, that are special about WITS. One would be the diversity that you find in this institution. Diversity in terms of race, in terms of the origins of the students and staff, in terms of the beliefs, political, religious, and so on, which makes for an environment that is conducive to a whole range of things that we're trying to achieve as a university. I think secondly is the intellectual vibrancy. There's been a revival of intellectual vibrancy at WITS, where we believe that we have created space for students and staff to debate issues that are critical, and also to create space for important voices from society in general to come to WITS and interact with this community.
Yes, I think the relationship in Johannesburg as a city and a dynamic, creative and artistic city, and the university as a place of talent, innovation and creativity is actually wonderful. It is as if they are made for each other, WITS University and Johannesburg, the city. The artistic relationship and symbiosis does actually in a sense produce great artists like William Kendrick, Sibongile, Khumalo, you name them. And that makes it a city that in a sense enriches the cultural life and the entertainment life of Johannesburg. And WITS therefore becomes not only an academic institution, but a cultural institution, a public institution, and in a sense you could say WITS is public cultural space and a space for public debate and public cultural activity. So I think that there was fantastic response to the artistic displays, to the literary readings, to the panels, to the musical shows. The three bands with Thandiswa Mazwai, 340 and Fujishi attracted a very interesting young crowd, some of who will end up as WITS students and some who are WITS students as well. So I think that the city responded to what we saw as a need to expose our talent, to have the public enjoy it. And I think we built a platform going forward where we will have one of the leading artistic, literary and cultural events going forward. Plans for the future is that this is now an annual festival. As long as the university and the world exists, the festival will be there. And it will be bigger and it will be better, it will be more diverse, and we expect more people to actually attend. People can expect to put in their diaries one of the leading cultural events that you can ever see in this country.